The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Anil Show.
So the big question is, O'Neil, where do you stand with all of what is occurring now with Anthony? And my answer is, I think I'm have to watch and see like everyone else. Let's go.
Shouldn't be in here too much longer. Maybe another day, the doctor said.
Sorry if I scared you.
No, I'm sorry I pushed you into this.
Let me go again, and I'm going to give the Amber character the credit, because if you know me very well. Just as much as I chastise, I also praise. And so I will praise the Amber character for at least being here. I have to give her credit for even being here, right? The whole idea of her being available and making herself around and actually, going in the capacity of a wife is still commendable. I'm going to give her the commendation for that, because she could have chosen otherwise, or she could have just said, hey, yeah, okay, right now, let me go back to Dave. She could have said this, but she's not doing this right now. Regardless of whatever the motive that we may think of Anthony, I'm giving this credit to Amber because she deserved the credit in this moment.
I don't apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, Andy. I really do. One of the best decisions I've ever made was marrying you. And I love everything about you. The fact that you're even right here. How about we do this? I'm gonna tell you all the great things about you. And then you can say all the things about me that you like.
Okay, so this scene is quite remarkable, because I think I looked at this scene and I'm wondering, here's my thought process. And I'm glad I went on the live and I spoke to some people, because I got some different perspectives, some different ways to look into this. My first thought to think is that if Anthony's coming out of a scare, which is a panic attack, right? If he's coming out of a panic attack, then the first thing Anthony will be thinking of is, you know what, hey, man, he would probably be more reflective. In other words, he won't be as talkative as possible. But some people are saying, no, O'Neil, sometimes another reaction can be that you will talk more than anything else, because now it's almost like you felt the process of loss, right? You felt losing someone, basically. So now you're even more motivated to want to basically hold on to them. You follow where I'm coming from? So someone is saying, no, this actually happened. So in other words, him doing this, him doing what he's doing now versus him just being reflective is a natural reaction as well. And I appreciate that response.
Well, one, I love just your energy, how spiritually grounded you are, how loving you are, how kind you are, how much you put people before you. Be honest, you're like water. Every good thing in this world needs water. And you are that good thing. Your turn.
All right, so he gave her a bunch of comments. He gave her that she's like water, how spiritually grounded she is, put people before others. I don't like to put people before others, because it implies that basically, she's a doormat. It implies that she basically is a doormat. That's not a... Okay, if you want to say that basically she's a very caring person, that's cool, right? But I don't know if it is to be celebrated that she's putting other people before her interests, because that's not a good place to be. Eventually, you're not going to be able to hold up to that. However, this is his expression at this point in time. She's like water, they need watering from her. Basically, I mean, that's a good, phrase he's giving her right now. So all in all, how much would I give the statements that he's making? Maybe 8 out of 10. I think maybe 8 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give it. 8 out of 10 at this point. I'm giving what he has said 8 out of 10. There's a certain 2 that I just don't know. Something about it feel quirky, but nonetheless, I'm giving him 8 out of 10. It's still a passing grade.
I love you too, Ian. You are intelligent.
Okay.
You're handsome. You're kind. You're the guy people can depend on. You are a man of your word.
Yeah.
You are a provider and a protector. Yeah. And I love you.
Okay, so of course some people said that she had to fake some of what she's saying because of the state that he's in, and I'm gonna accept that viewpoint because I never really wanted her to fake it. But hey, no worries, I understand. You're saying the circumstance calls for her to fluff a little bit because of course she's trying to get him better from from a crisis situation. I accept that point 110%. So I won't even jump too much into it because, but then someone else says the provider, the protector. They're saying that he's all of these things. They're saying that Amber didn't lie because Anton is really all of these things, just not to Amber. You follow where I'm coming from? So in other words, was Amber correct that he was all of these things, he's just not all of these things to her, but he is indeed all of these things. He is a provider. He is a protector. Right? He's kind. He just might not be kind to her, but he is kind nonetheless. And I think we can accept that viewpoint as well too.
Regret marrying me?
No, I don't.
Thank you for being here with me. Thank you.
So basically, they've sold her hug as being very, very genuine. There was no fluttering of the eyes or no movement of the eyes or any rolling of the eyes. So her hug is basically genuine. I still don't know if she, like I keep saying, I don't know, even though I'm messing around, but I don't know if she have, the divorce papers somewhere, with a pen, basically, where she can get him hands to basically just cursive around and sign papers. I'm just saying. But nonetheless, I will say this. It is commendable. I'm giving the Amber character. I think that's what the writers wanted me to do, and I'm going to give them the commendation because of how she has stuck with him in this time of need. The question is, has he changed? And that's where we're still at, which we need more scenes to see. If he hasn't, it's really, really sad. If he has not changed, it's really sad that you get to the depths of all of this and then you don't change. I'm hoping that him change some, at least 50%. At least 50%, because if he hasn't changed, this is going to be extremely sad. It's going to be tough for you to even, do even any amount of comeback. I think if they're building the Anthony character, this is the turn they're looking for, because if him a turn from this, it's going to be rough. Give me a take, like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to you soon.